Hello everyone. In previous class we have concluded the electrostatic charge and electric field. Today we will start a new chapter, that is electric potential and potential energy. Clear? So now the question is, what do you mean by electric potential? Electric potential is nothing, do not confuse with electric potential energy. These two are quite same, but there is some difference. So potential is the amount of work done to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to a point inside the electric field created by the source charge. And what is electric potential energy? Electric potential energy, the amount of work done. Simple. If we'll consider only the work done, it will considered as energy. And if we'll divide by source charge, it becomes the potential. Clear? Nothing else. So we'll discuss one by one electric potential and electric potential energy. So we'll start with electric potential or electrostatic potential. So next topic is electrostatic potential. Okay. So first we'll start with definition. Electrostatic potential is defined as the amount of work done in bringing a unit positive test charge from infinity to a point inside the electric field of the source charge. So that point infinity to a point, okay, from inside the electric field of the source charge. So that will be considered as electric potential at that point. Suppose we have a source charge that is plus Q, okay. So if that this is the electric field or region created by this charge. Suppose we have a test charge at infinity, let it is Q naught, or take it as small q, or it is better to take it as Q and Q naught. So this will be considered as source charge and test charge. Okay. So if it moves, suppose initially it is at infinity. Now if it moves in the direction of the source charge, it will experiences some force. Let it reaches, let this point is O and this point is P. It reaches at point P. Now it will experiences some repulsive force, because these two are of same nature. So it will experiences some repulsive force in the opposite direction. So this will be the direction of force. Okay. Now if we want to move this test charge toward like this point at M, so what we have to do? We have to do some extra work to move this test charge Q naught from P to M. Clear? So that's why the definition of potential is, mathematically it is potential, that is work done to bring, work done, so that is W. To bring a unit positive test charge, the value of unit positive test charge is Q naught. So V is equals to W upon Q naught. That is work done to bring a unit positive test charge from infinity to any point inside the electric field of the source charge. Clear? So this is the basic definition for electrostatic potential. Clear? So this V is equals to W upon Q naught. Okay. Now it is a scalar quantity. Okay, its SI unit, is equals to SI unit. So we know that SI unit of work done is joule upon SI unit of charge, Q naught is charge, that is coulomb, or joule per coulomb. Okay, or one more unit will take for this electrostatic potential, that is volt. Clear? So volt. Okay. Its formula for potential is, in next class we will derive it. So V is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R. And here it is V is equals to W upon Q naught. So if we will consider this formula, here we will take the value of test charge. In another one, next we will derive in next class. So V is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R, where Q is the source charge. Clear? So from here, as we know that if we will consider the formula for F, it is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square. If we will consider the value of electric field, it becomes Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Clear? So here you can see these two value will be considered as in mod means either it is positive Q or negative Q. In both the cases, or negative Q, in both the cases we will take the value of charge as positive. But here there is a difference. If Q is negative, in that case this V1 is taken as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q upon R. Here we will consider the sign. Clear? And if Q is positive, V1 or V2 is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught plus Q upon R. Clear? So these two are important point, and at any point net potential is added. Means if we have more than one potential at the same point, so what we will do? We will simply add it, because we know that potential is a scalar quantity. Clear? Next we will discuss electrostatic potential energy. So next is electrostatic potential energy. Okay, so first we'll write down the definition, then we'll explain it. So potential energy at any point, potential energy at any point due to a point charge is the amount of work done in bringing the charge from infinity to that point. Clear? So potential energy at any point due to a point charge is amount of work done in bringing the charge from infinity to that point. So that work done will be stored in the form of potential energy. Suppose one object is kept at this point. If we have to move this over here, so what we have to do? We have to do some extra work to move this object from this height to this height, and that work done will be saved in the form of electrostatic potential energy. Clear? Next we'll see how we can explain it in mathematical form. Suppose we have charge plus q at this point. Here is a point A where a small charge q is placed. Okay, so this will apply some electrostatic force on this charge, and due to that, this will be the direction of electrostatic force. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to do some work to bring it near to this source charge. We have applied some force and moved this test charge at point B with a displacement of dr. Clear? And we have applied some force in this direction, and that force is F external. Clear? From here, this F external is approximately equals to Fe, that is electrostatic force. So amount of work done, that is dW, small work done to move this charge from A to B. Here, if we bring this charge from infinity to point A, so that will be considered as energy at point A. And if we consider that unit test charge from infinity to point B, that will be considered as energy at point B. Okay. Suppose this is the initial point. We have two persons which has to work to move some object from this point. So suppose person 1 moved this object from this point to point A, and the work done by 1 is 200 joule. Okay. Another person 2 moved this object at this point B. Okay. Now in that case, the work done by 2 let it is 300 joule, which is always greater than the work done by 1. Clear? Because the greater will be the distance, greater will be the work done it has to do. Means in that case UB is greater than UA. Okay. So dW, that is small work done, dW is equals to force F external into small distance, that is dr. Clear? Or if we have to calculate the total work done to move it from this point to or any point up to any point like at P, so in that case what we have to do, we'll simply integrate it from 0 to W and here from 0 to or infinity to any point which is at a distance of R. Clear? So here one more thing that we can consider, this if two vector Fe and F external are acting at a point and these two are moving in opposite direction, so can we say this F external is equals to minus Fe, negative vector, concept of negative vector. So in that case here you can put, this will be the work done, which is equals to minus F E into dr. Clear? So from here you can see this work done is negative. Why it is negative? Because we have to do some work in the direction opposite to the direction of force applied by the source charge. So this will also be considered as U. This work done will be stored in the form of potential energy. Okay. So UAB is equals to minus Fe into dr. Okay. Now suppose one more example that we will take. Suppose here we have a ball of mass m. Okay. So some gravitational force will act on this ball and that is equals to mg. Okay. Let this point is A. So potential energy at this point is UA. Now if we bring this ball at a height of h by applying some external force, bring this ball at a height of h. In that case, let this point is B, so the potential energy at this point will be UB. Okay, and here again it is mg and the total potential energy will be mgh, as we know that. So in that case the UBA or work done A to B will be potential energy at B minus potential energy at A. Okay, so that work done will be, that is change in potential energy, and we know that UB will be greater than UA because B is at a height of h. Okay, so in that case we can, if suppose if the potential energy at A is equals to 0, in that case this work done from A to B will be potential energy at point B. The total work done will be considered as the potential energy at point B. Clear? So that's it for today. In next class we will discuss the potential energy due to a point charge. Thank you.